Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Alexander. Neo, thanks for the introduction, and thanks for welcoming us into your facility. So one thing I would call out, one of the sessions we're talking about today is leveraging AI. And I do want to call out the fact that we leverage AI for our graphic. So incorporating living our words, right? So I did want to look at our agenda quickly. So we'll start off, we had the welcome. I'll do a TC Band overview. Neil come back and do an overview of the work that they're doing at Best Buy from a D&I perspective. Then we'll have a panel discussion. After that, we'll break up into breakout groups. There'll be two options there. Then we'll have lunch. We'll have game break. Hopefully everybody is looking forward to that. Then we'll have another breakout group, and then we'll wrap up. At the end of the day, for those who are here locally, we'll have the opportunity to do some professional networking as well. So excited about the day and excited that you guys were able to join us. Oh, and one other thing. So this is my photo smile. So I'll be workshopping that. So I'll be open for getting some feedback, whether that's a good one or I should try to something different. All right. So I wanted to just call out kind of the partners that we have. We have great partners across. We have the Best Buy. We have Bremer Bank, who's our gold sponsor for this event, and lots of other organizations who've been kind enough to help support, whether that be marketing, whether that be distribution, whether that be kind of giveaways for us. So we really appreciate all the work that our partners are doing for us. And I just wanted to make sure that they got that visibility as part of our slides. I also want to thank our session speakers. So our session speakers could be doing a lot of different things on a warm summer day in Minneapolis, because there are not a lot of them. And so, but they did decide to spend their time with us, sharing their knowledge and their expertise to ensure that you have the opportunities to achieve your career goals based on the session that we identified today. So I want to thank them. And I also want to thank the Best Buy team. We were in numerous calls and discussions and collaborations and alignment. So as you guys can imagine, pulling off an event like this takes a lot of resources and time and effort from our board as well as from the Best Buy team. So they still had their day jobs. So they allocated a lot of time to help us. So I wanted to appreciate and call out the specific individuals as well as other volunteers who are here today that I didn't have their names. So giveaways, we talked about our sponsors and supporters. So we are having some giveaways. I see the smiles in the audience. Free is good. So free dollars is a win. So we have a great partnership with the Minnesota Timberwolves and Lynx. So we will be able to give away some tickets to a Lynx game. And as you guys can know about the WBA, those tickets are hard to come by. There was a time where I could ask for tickets and I can get them pretty quickly. The tickets that we asked for tickets, and we have like September 13th tickets. So they're kind of sold out through September. But as I mentioned in the registration, the first 100 registrants will be entered in the drawing to win tickets. Now, you have to be present to win. So if you're not here, then I'll roll those tickets over to someone else. But again, we'll have, it sounds like someone's excited because they think they weren't in the first group. All right, so the winners. So these are the names that were drawn. I did randomizer in Excel to identify who the winners are. So if you are the winner, feel free to jump up and clap your hands. If you're not here, then I'll give you to like lunchtime, and then we will recycle the tickets. So here we go. There'll be an automatic drum roll. So Jakiri, Chantel, Stephanie, Diana, and Ephraim are our winners. Are any of them here? Not yet? All right, well, the clock's ticking. So for those of you who want tickets and don't have them yet, there's still opportunity. No, not to hope for someone's demise, but yeah, there'll be an opportunity. All right. So our history. So I founded TC Band in 2013 while I was working for General Mills. I was the incoming president of their Black Affinity Network, and I saw that there was an opportunity to collaborate across organizations to leverage the scale of our Black community in Minneapolis. You know, our population is not high, but the ability to kind of scale that up, I saw as an opportunity. So 15 or 20 people from General Mills, 15 or 20 people from Wells Fargo, 15 or 20 people from Best Buy, 15 or 20 people from US Bank, that becomes scale. And so that was what we're going after with this event. And we expanded it to include not just our core organizations, but to nonprofits, to government employees, to entrepreneurs as well. So again, our goal is to create an opportunity for everyone in our community to achieve their career goals and provide the tools and resources and access and networking opportunities to do that. This is our journey. We're ticking along, then COVID happens. We're only doing in-person events, and with COVID, you couldn't do in-person events, so we had to pivot. And so now we're doing hybrid events. The benefit for us of that is we're able to reach a broader audience, and not just in Minneapolis, but outside of the state and the country. And so that was a win for us. We are now a incorporated nonprofit, 501c3. So that's a great opportunity for us to access some resources in that space. So our vision and mission. So our vision is professional excellence through strategic collaboration. And this is executed through our mission of leveraging the scale, scope, and skill embodied within our Black affinity networks and broader community to execute against 3 key pillars: deliver, build, and create. Deliver quality professional development, build cross-organizational relationships, and create an atmosphere where all Black professionals feel safe, valued, and have opportunities to succeed. So our results, so over our 13 years, we've done 1 or 2 things here. If you look at the numbers, lots of great work from the board and our volunteers, over 108 development sessions, nearly 200 presenters, over 4,000 attendees, over 12,000 hours of development, which should yield a more competent, inspired, and professional group. So again, our goal is to create opportunities, to develop resources, and provide opportunities and access to people within our community. And this can be done without our amazing board. If you're on our board, could you raise your hand and stand up for us? Our photographer in the back. All hands on deck. So I wanted to call a couple of groups here. So I have an amazing board who does lots of great things to ensure that we have resources, we have contact, we have access, we have sourcing presenters, actually presenting, filling in the gap, taking photos in lieu of a photographer, so doing whatever it needs to pitch in to deliver and make sure you guys have a great experience. I did want to call out our founding board members. So they had the privilege or non-privilege of working with me for 11 years and sticking around. So I really appreciate and value their commitment to the work that we do and the impact that it has on our community. So I wanted to recognize them. The other group I wanted to recognize was Jonathan and Haley. So they've been on our board for multiple years and they've decided to transition off. So I wanted to kind of acknowledge the efforts that they've made to the work that we do and to wish them well in their other endeavors. So thank you. So what makes us different? So there are lots of great organizations doing lots of great things in Minneapolis, around the country, around the world. And everyone has their lane, but what makes us different? And we think there are 2 ways that we would characterize that: what you do, and what you don't, and what you can. You don't need to be an employee of a large or public company. You don't need to be on the executive track. You don't need an advanced degree. You don't have to pay a fee to attend our events. And you don't have to feel isolated or alone within your organizations, particularly in Minneapolis or other areas where our population density is relatively low. But you can be honest, transparent, and safe. Be a non-Black member of a Black ERG or an ally. You can be self-employed or a consultant. You can bring your whole self, and by whole self, and not the 65% that you bring to work, the 100%, the yourself that shows up on Thanksgiving or at the family reunion. You can bring that person here as long as they're professionally dressed and act accordingly. They're welcome here. And then you can have fun, learn, and network. So scale. So remember we talked about 11 years ago, we started off at 1 location at General Mills. 10 years later, we have representation in 32 states plus the District of Columbia, 8 countries across 5 continents. And if anyone knows anybody from Australia or Antarctica, please let me know, because we would like to fully cover the entire globe in all 7 continents. So if you know somebody, send me an email or LinkedIn note, and I'll reach out to them to get them on our distribution list. So again, this is amazing work over our 11 years. It's a testament to the work of the board and our volunteers and the organizations that partner and support us, but it's also a testament to you all, your commitment to your professional development, achieving your goals, and your willingness to allocate your time on the weekend where you could be doing something else to come in and focus on building networks, developing your skills, and then preparing yourself for opportunities that will be available for you in the future. And this is just an example of some of the organizations, the scale of the organizations that we represent. This was a little bit older, we're probably closer to 175 organizations now, but again, just a testament of the diversity of representation. If you look at some of the names, you'll see some really big companies, you'll see some real estate agents, you'll see some public sector employees. So again, there's a place for you if you're looking to grow and develop and build relationships. You're welcome to engage with us. So modes of impact. So how do we provide content? How do we support our community? So we have semi-annual hybrid development sessions, which is one of what we're doing today. We'll have another one in the fall, so in November timeframe. But we have 2 of those a year. Summer virtual series, so we'll have a series in the summer that'll be virtual. And again, when you get the survey after the event, you'll have the opportunity to provide feedback. And so for things that you want to talk about, things you want to learn about, things that are competencies like AI or something that's impacting your ability to achieve your career goals or to be successful in your role, put it in a list. You get enough scale, then we'll present it to you. Black History Month, we had a great Black History Month virtual series. We have a LinkedIn community, so if you want to continue the conversation after this session, we have a community where you come in and you can talk about topics. We can also, if there's some people in our community who might be transitioning between jobs or who are recruiting for jobs within our community, there's definitely an opportunity to drop a job posting or to go search and try to find a connection or an opportunity. We have a newsletter, and we also have a YouTube site as well. So for those who want to go back and look at sessions that you weren't able to attend, or those who are going to one session but like to look at the other one, watch the other session, you can do that. So we'll record all of our sessions. You have the opportunity to go back and watch those on demand. That was Rob. That was one of the things that we had concerns about, because we had a lot of great sessions, and everyone wants to go to all the sessions. Can you do them all 3 or 4 times? I'm like, nah, we can't really do that. But what we can do now is we can record them, and you can go watch them on demand at your leisure. And so one of the things that Eric Black and I were talking about yesterday was kind of changing our environment and changing what we do. And initially, it was one location in person, and that's all we did. But now we have to look at our opportunity and look at our delivery and look at our impact more broadly. So 125 people at General Mills, that's great. But 125 people at Best Buy in person, 75 people online, and 200 people watching it online on demand. Guess what? That's 500 people of scale, right? So that's an exponential impact. And again, we're looking to do that and more as we continue to expand. So again, our goal is to provide impact and to deliver value. All right, financial operations model, in-kind donations, event sponsors, grants, volunteer speakers. And again, events are, as you guys noticed, there was no one standing at the door asking for a payment when you came in. So, and you'll have lunch and you had breakfast. So again, our goal is to make sure you guys have access, and we don't want finances to be a limiter to you achieving your career goals. So, Ken. So Craig's in the back. I don't know if he'll claim me or not, but I consider him a mentor. He's a CEO, and so as a new CEO, I got the opportunity to bounce ideas or whatever. And so we have a conversation. He was like, Eric, do you have a way to ask for money? I was like, not quite yet. And he's like, that's an opportunity, Eric. So I think that's an opportunity. So as the CEO of a nonprofit, I have a legal and fiduciary responsibility to give stakeholders an opportunity to invest in the mission that we deliver. So the QR code. So if you are part of a foundation, or your organization continue to considering partnering with us, or are working to support the work that we do, I'll look forward to having a conversation with you to talk about ways that we can collaborate and the ways we can partner, the way we continue to improve the impact that we have and broaden our reach and scope. So again, opportunity to continue to grow, and we welcome your support. And again, you can reach us in lots of places: LinkedIn, Instagram. You can email me. You can find me on LinkedIn. So if you want to know about us, what we have coming up in the future, there are definitely opportunities to do that. That's all I have. Thanks for your time, and I'll hand it back over to Neo.